Now, my friends, it is a great pleasure to introduce our special guest for tonight, an accomplished actor of the stage and motion pictures, and a charming gentleman who is making his first venture into producing next season in New York with a play called The Loud Red Patrick. His name is David Wayne. Let's bring him in here. Dave, it's mighty nice to see you. Will you tell us what your secret is for tonight?
Well, Don, my secret has to do with elections, so I thought maybe it'd be very nice if we sort of converted this entire theater into a kind of miniature political convention. You suppose we could do that?
I'm with you, boy.
Well, all right. Now, the first thing we have to do is have a gavel. Do we have gavels?
So happens we got a pair.
Very nice. We have a gavel here. All right. Now, there's not too good lighting around here. You know, the convention lighting has those swinging arc lights. Could we have that, do you think?
Certainly.
Huh? Could some swinging arc lights?
Let there be light. How's that?
That's better. That's much better. Now, the microphone, you know, in a big convention hall has a great big hollow, empty sound. You suppose we could have a little of that?
Certainly.
All right.
Let there be sound.
We better try this out, don't you think? See if it works.
Fellow members of the delegation from Texas.
Yeah, that's much better. That's fine.
That's great. Yeah.
All right, now we ought to have a little music, you know, and I believe Mr. McNeill is going to play at the usual convention, so why don't we have him play here for us? Wouldn't that be appropriate?
Let there be background music.
That's right. There we are. Now we need delegates, you know, and there are about 700 people out there from all over the United States.
Uh-huh.
There they are.
Yes, sir. Let there be delegates from the far west.
Let there be delegates from the Midwest.
Let there be delegates from the sunny south.
Let there be delegates from the East.
As you can see, Dave, we've arranged our audience here according to their home states now. Just a minute. Take it easy. Take it easy now. Don't get too excited yet. We've chosen a chairman from each section, Dave.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
A chairman from each section?
Yes.
Yes.
We have delegates here. Yeah.
Well, now we've got delegates. You know, we should have some candidates. Do you suppose we could have some candidates to vote for?
Candidates. Let there be candidates.
Yeah.
Here they are. May Emerson, Bill Cullum, Jane Meadows, Henry Morgan.
Now, one of these candidates is going to be elected by the delegates right here in the theater tonight.
What office is the winner being elected for?
Well, Don, that is my secret. But before I tell you that, there's one more thing that we've got to have. A very important thing in the convention is the spontaneous demonstration. Now,
Spontaneous demonstration.
that's right. Now, the spontaneous demonstrations, whenever a candidate is introduced, you know. And now we're going to make a gesture like this.
I see.
And that means we must have, that's right, just like that. Of course, we have confetti flying around. We're going to have, paper all mulled up and thrown around. We're going to have screaming and yelling, and that is, so it's going to go something like this. We give you the Honorable Mr. Henry Humperdinck. That's right.
the idea.
That's when we want a spontaneous demonstration.
I get it.
All right?
Spontaneous demonstration. All right.
Now, is everybody ready?
All right.
Now, here we go.
All the delegates here are ready with their confetti, I believe. All set.
Good, that's fine. Now, whenever I make a gesture like this, you understand, the audience is to give us a spontaneous demonstration.
Yeah.
You understand?
Say, just one thought occurred to me. With all
Yes,
that
Don.
paper and confetti, isn't this going to be an awful mess here on the stage?
Yes, it's going to be terribly messy. Terrible. And that is my secret, Don.
What?
That is my secret. Whomever we elect tonight, one of these candidates, is going to have to clean up the mess.
Part of the commissioner's sanitation, huh?
That's right.
All right, bring the panel back in. Bring the panel back in. We see if they can guess what kind of a job you are running for. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the panel, you are all candidates for office. Mr. Wayne's secret concerns a job that he is going to have one of you elected to do. Your problem is to find out exactly what that job is. I'll now turn the proceedings over to our chairman, David Wayne.
Thank you, Mr. McNeill.
It gives me great pleasure to present a lady born in Elizabeth, Louisiana, raised in the heart of Texas, and beloved by Americans everywhere, Miss Faye Margaret Emerson.
Miss Emerson, do you have a question? Do you have a question to ask us?
If I can get my mouth open. I'm to find out what office I'm running for.
Right.
Well, is it an office that, well, being a woman, would it help me to get into this office being a woman?
I think it might.
Would I be able to do my job better?
I think because of perhaps past training, you might, yes, President.
Would I meet lots of people if I were elected to this office?
I beg your pardon?
Would I meet lots of people?
I don't know if she'd meet them, but she'd see them.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure she will. We will now poll the delegates from the far west. Will the chairman please rise and give your name, please?
Esther Crandall,
From?
Glendale, California.
Yes, and would you please give us the result of the poll of your delegation?
The Far West votes in the following manner. Jane Meadows, 10 votes. Bill Cullen, 21 votes. Faye Emerson, 25 votes. Henry Morgan, 30 votes.
And now, fellow delegates, I present a man who rose from the smoke of Pittsburgh to great heights in the world's greatest metropolis, the Honorable William Francis Xavier Collins. The Honorable Mr. Cullen, would you care to ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cullen has a question.
If I am elected to this post, will you send me to Washington?
No.
Is this the kind of a post where I might feel that I have labor solidly behind me?
You might have it behind him, you might have it in front of him.
Is this the kind of an office that someone with my own particular qualifications could best fulfill?
I believe that's right.
Yes, I believe it.
Does this office have anything at all to do with the apprehension of, well, say, criminals of a sort?
No.
We will now poll the delegates from the Midwest. Will the chairman please rise and give your name, please?
Ted Kieselbach,
From,
Bloomington, Illinois.
all right, and would you tell us the result of the poll of your delegation?
Mr. Chairman, the Midwest votes in the following manner.
Take it easy, man. Don't pad your pocket. Just give me the results, that's all.
For Jane Meadows, 26 votes. For Faye Emerson, 36 votes. For Bill Cullum, 48 votes. And for Mr. Morgan, 49 votes.
I'm now honored to give you a great lady who came from the wilds of China to marry Steve Allen, Miss Jane Carter Meadows Allen. Miss Meadows, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you want to ask me a question?
I'd like to ask you a question. If I'm elected to this office, will I live in a big, beautiful white house with columns and a swimming pool and lots of rooms? And
That wouldn't help.
it wouldn't help? Would I be living in Washington, D.C.?
No.
Would I be living in the United States?
Yes.
Would I be living in New York City?
Yes.
Would I be living in Grace? No, that's not like it. Would I be living in any particular place in New York City?
No.
I could choose where I want to live?
Yes.
Is this a job that a woman is best qualified for?
Generally speaking,
Yes?
in a way.
Can a man do it too?
Yes.
We will now poll the delegates from the South. Will the chairman please rise and give your name, where you're from?
Mrs. John McCormick, Georgetown, South Carolina.
Will you please give me the results of your cotton-picking delegation, please, ma'am?
Mr. Chairman, the South votes in the following manner. For Jane Meadows, 33 votes. For Bill Collins, 50 votes. For Henry Morgan, 54 votes. For Faye Emerson, 56 votes.
And now I present to you a kindly soul, a man beloved by millions for his gentle manners and sweet nature. Henry Morgan. Mr. Henry Morgan. The Honorable Henry Morgan, do you have a question? No, I have no questions. I say this demonstration of faith and love. You're out of order. Militant demonstration. You are that I never heard. I think you're perfectly right. I accept without any challenge. If anything.
What do I...
He's out of order. Again, yeah. We will now poll the delegates from the East. Delegates from the East, will your chairman please rise? Chairman, please rise. Give your name, please.
Michelle Montanay,
From,
Danbury, Connecticut.
and will you give the results of the poll of your delegation?
The East votes in the following manner. For Bill Cullen, 33 votes. For Jane Meadows, 36 votes. For Faye Emerson, 48 votes. For Henry Morgan, 95 votes.
Now, let's give the final results of this voting, should we?
Very good. Now, how many votes for Miss Jane Meadows?
105.
How many votes for Mr. Bill Cullen?
Bill Cullen, 152 votes.
Yeah, very good. How many votes for Miss Faye Emerson?
165 votes.
And how many votes for Mr. Henry Morgan?
228 votes.
Elected by a landslide, Mr. Henry Morgan. It is now my pleasure to tell you, Mr. Morgan, to what fine office you have been elected. Doesn't make any difference. It is a pleasure to tell me that you have been elected as commissioner to clean up this mess.
Travel arrangements for I've Got a Secret are made through United Airlines. United Airlines flies our contestants in fast new DC-7 mainliners.
Oh, hi. I was just writing you a letter, but now I can tell you in person. Watch the Bob Cummings show. Consult your local listing for time and channel.